have children and we're so extremely happy with each other, and in the meantime maybe they have sex 50 minutes 3 times a week. Yeah, well, is that the level of happiness that you want, or that you know, or you get used to or attached to? In the meantime you're figuring all kind of things, you know, like vices and or let's say failed business ventures to distract yourself, and or, you know, go on the PlayStation instead of you know, play with something else. So I really don't believe this. And also, how can you learn from one single person what is a great relationship? You know, that you're so extremely happy, so you can say that Coca-Cola is the best cola because that's the only cola you ever drank. I don't believe this. And of course it is actually you know, sounds very romantic, like a rom-com, you know, girl meets boy in college or whatever the fuck you are when you're 16. See, I'm not up to date about all those labels, institutions and that kind of stuff, but the thing is, I don't believe that things can be so extremely real and genuine and satisfying mentally also. And in my case, a lot of people think, yeah, but you always like to walk around with, no, yeah, you know, that other man, because I say it also, I like to walk around with women that other men, you know, really start drooling by. And this is not because, wait a minute, huh? There's one guy playing a fucking violin. Just a sec. Just a sec. Just a sec. Yeah. So yeah, that happens, you know. My vlogs are so fucking real and unedited. I'm not gonna cut this out. But oh yeah, there's another thing about my vlogs that I'm gonna stop talking about this whole dating thing before people get a total wrong idea, because I have to put a little bit more in context, I think. But yeah, you know how I talk. And some things maybe also the way I speak is maybe leaves you also with a lot of space to just to think about those topics. And a lot of people also so stuck to their rat race, to their own little world. And I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way, it's more or less that they really, you know, you're with the same girlfriend, you hang around with the uncles and I don't know what, your brothers and sisters every single day, never left the country, by yourself. So yeah, there is not a lot of things that spark your brain anymore besides going online and watch some cats chasing their tails, you know. So I talk about a lot of different topics that might spark something in your brain. Maybe you can even start talking with your spouse about it. Just have the fucking balls to talk about, where are we actually? You know, are you just as happy as me? Or are we, you know, just attached to each other, get used to each other? And there are a lot of people who you can see they become friends. Yeah, friends with benefits, it's all fun. But in the meantime, people, like I also said in one other vlog, the title was actually, there are a lot of people who like animals, and animals do have desires. Okay, animals, they are acting a little bit more on their desires, but trust me, what I have seen, experience also in life, and if I'm very honest about my own, see, that also doesn't mean that I don't have morals. I have very high morals. When there's a, let's say, some sort of mouth-to-mouth agreement, and that you're exclusive to each other, yeah, of course I keep that word. No matter if I have my suspicions of this and this, I would also ask, you know, what is really going on? Do we need to end it? Then we end it. Because I think like this, I don't want to make another person feel caged, and because I'm with you, I cannot do this and this. I don't want that. I want people just to, that they can express themselves, because if people cannot express themselves in any kind of way that they want, you know, life is too short for that. You know, I really think like this. And also I also see it like this. I do genuinely care about a lot of people, also people that I don't even know. And the moment that I see a little bit sadness, the moment that I see that they're angry, you know, or maybe express hate to myself, then I always think, yeah, man, you close so many doors, you know, there is so much more in you. But I am also genuinely think, a lot of people, you know, they have the nice tall height, they have the nice haircuts, you know, they have so much advantages, but they don't utilize them. And then I know, and you might think like this, yeah, but Dalla, not everybody wants more from life. Some people are just happy. Are they? Are you? Am I? If it's about me, I feel so addicted to life, and I'm not exaggerating, that I cannot wait to wake up. I can also, you know, yesterday I drank a little bit more than usual, so I fell asleep like a baby at the end of the day. But usually I really don't want to. But I sometimes, you know, I sit at 2 o'clock in the midnight doing the strategies and the scenarios, because I'm very addicted to this. And the thing is, you know, where was I with this thing? So yeah, am I happy with this at this moment in my life? Yes, I am in peace with a lot of stuff. Do I have still huge things to solve? Yes, but those events will be shared as well, because as I mentioned also in previous vlogs, I made over 800 or 900 videos about very miserable situations that you can see me cry. You can see me talking to business partners about very impactful events in my life, even when I was sitting on the street. So there are, and not by sitting, I also mean sleeping, and at night that I also get myself warm on the calisthenics spots. But that's a whole different thing. But things are getting realer and realer, and first I want to improve my speaking. And you know, let's say it like this, probably after 1 year, no, maybe even after 6 months, or maybe even next week, I will listen to my vlog and I think, God, oh, what a bibble bobble. But at least I get it out, have things to think about. I'm gonna cut it up manually in short, so I have to listen to my own mumbo jumbo, and then you know, along the way learn and improve. That's what makes me very exciting also every day. And next to that, to be on the camera, you know, I'm just exposing myself actually, right? And that has for me something also exciting. Maybe at the same time it also freaks me out. Yeah, so am I happy? Yes. And now I'm again in the stadium. I'm gonna do I was planning to do a 5 kilometer, but I think I'm going for a 10. But this time I'm gonna do the normal rounds. That means, you know, just running on the, just a sec, just wait a minute, just running on the side and not going down. So just a sec. So that's what I'm gonna do, 10 kilometers, and then finito. And of course calisthenics, but I'm not 100% sure, because when it's about calisthenics for the day, yesterday I destroyed myself totally. And of course on top of that, alcohol. Not ridiculous, but a good amount in a short amount of time. Real. My life is real. The things that I'm saying are real. My flaws are real. I'm not fabricating anything. The only thing that I don't do in my life is drugs anymore. Simply for one reason: you sync with people very easily, and in general, yeah, those are very temporarily events. You can make a ton of agreements with people who are high on cocaine and other kind of stuff, and now yeah, those agreements, they out of the window the moment that the drugs is out of the system. Simply a waste of time. It's not so much even about the health part. It's more about me, let's say, having encounters with people, and then, you know, I get excited. I always get excited about stuff, and then you might think, yeah, you have to keep a little bit mental distance. You know what? I just keep physical distance, so I'm not getting into those situations. So I choose very consciously for this. Also because of experience. You know, that's also one of my, I use boatloads of drugs, and it's also one of the reasons that a lot of things, and that I chose the wrong people to work with me. you know, chose the wrong employees. Very simple, very honest about this. But the thing is everything because of the drugs? No, it was also because of a lot of other reasons that I simply had an energy level that was, yeah, not beneficial for anyone, especially when you don't have guidance, you know, or boundaries. I also didn't have boundaries.